Number 10. Honda CR-V's Power Shower. When the first generation Honda CR-V came out, a rather unique option was buried in its brochure of accessories. Along with the usual dog guard and floor mats, you could also get a shower attachment that was powered by the 12-volt socket in the rear. The brochure said it was great to hose down muddy boots, but you could bet a few people used it for more than that. Number 9. Star-studded headliner. No matter how much you love looking up at a starry night sky, if you live in a densely populated urban area, you won't see many stars, unless you're looking at the sidewalk and you're walking on Hollywood and Vine. Just kidding. Seriously, your only options might be to take a convertible for a drive to the country, or the desert of Nevada, or get Vauxhall's Atom City car with its optional LED illuminated roof lining that mimics a starry night sky. It's not a standard feature, obviously, and it's usually only offered in luxury models, like the Rolls-Royce Phantom. Number 8. Microwave on the go. The in-car microwave takes living on the road to a whole new level. If you get to the point where you're so busy and hungry you need to warm up a breakfast burrito and eat it without stopping for 5 minutes, you're definitely reached a level of busyness that will probably land you in the hospital. And it might be good for you to get out of your car once in a while to stretch your legs and go to the bathroom, unless you have a feature in your car for that too. Number 7. Twilight Sentinel. During the 1950s, some cars were fitted with an automatic dimming headlight system called Twilight Sentinel. It was designed to sense outside light and adjust the headlights accordingly to lighting conditions. The problem was that it didn't work unless the driver manually turned the headlights on to begin with, and it certainly didn't turn on the headlights when there was heavy rain or fog, so basically it was pretty useless. Number 6. 2 fuel gauges? In the 1980s, Japanese car manufacturers went a little crazy with extra features, random switches, buttons, and dials. Case in point, certain Nissan models had 2 fuel gauges. Why? Well, the main gauge was conventional with a normal full to empty indicator. The second gauge would serve as a sort of magnifying glass for you when your fuel level was low. It would tell you just how little gas you had left. Clever, but also just an extra level of stress that you could have gotten rid of just by filling up your tank. Number 5. The Attachable Tent. The Pontiac Aztek found fame in the hit TV series Breaking Bad, but when it first came out, marketing people billed it as a car for active young people who spent their lives kayaking, snowboarding, and skydiving. So the Aztek's attachable tent and inflatable mattress made a lot of sense, turning the car into a mini camper. Except this multi-purpose four-wheel drive vehicle was slammed by critics and made a bunch of ugliest car lists, which made it more infamous than famous. Number 4. Truck bed seating. Almost 40 years ago, Subaru launched a pickup that could double as a car, and the other way around. It was called the Brat, and the name didn't come from the fact that you could strap your little monsters down in the back. It was an acronym for Bi-Drive Recreational All-Terrain Transporter, and the 2 rear-facing seats could even convert into a bed. Now, why you'd want to sleep in it is beyond me, but whatever floats your boat. Number 3. The 4+3 transmission. Back in 1984, when Chevrolet launched the C4 Corvette, it was a hot ticket. It got even more popular when it really became a sports car with a manual transmission later that year. The only problem was, it didn't work. Known as the 4+3, it was a conventional Doug Nash 4-speed manual with 3 automatic overdrives, added for 2nd through 4th, controlled by the driver with a button. It was great for fuel economy, but that was the only good thing about it, so by 1989 it was dropped in favor of a 6-speed ZF unit. Number 2. OpenOmeter in the Mini Cooper Convertible. The 2009 Mini Cooper Convertible was equipped with something that other convertibles just didn't have. It was called the OpenOmeter. What was it for? It recorded how much time you spent driving with the top down. Get it? OpenOmeter? Yeah, who cares, right? Number 1. Amphicar. The Amphicar was a convertible with a small 4-cylinder Triumph motor, twin props for the water, and a 4-speed transmission for the road. It was produced between 1961 and 1968, just like in James Bond movies, right? Except it wasn't a particularly great car or boat. It only reached maximum speeds of 70 miles per hour on land and 7 knots on the water. And even that's probably stretching it. It would even go down quicker than the Titanic if the bilge pump failed. It did get some fans excited though, and that's why there are still a few on the road and out on the water today.